And now we are we are so close to being ready. You have no idea how close we are. We are as close as you can be without actually being there. Well, that's actually not true because it's still going to be another maybe few seconds. Let's see. There we go. Okay, we have done it. We have successfully started the live. And now all I gotta do is line up my windows so I can see the chat boxes. And Jocelyn, am I saying that right? Jocelyn has joined. So welcome. And all right. Leah, how are you? So I'm Seth Hilary. Luke, how are you doing? I'm Seth Hilary. Sonia, how are you? Kia, how are you? I'm Seth Hilary. Just getting started with the live here tonight. And Carl's, how you doing? Let me know where you're watching from. How you doing? I know some people are having trouble leaving comments, but if you can leave a comment, that would be totally awesome. Edwin. SpongeBob is here. You know, I shouldn't say this, so I won't. But I actually used to know the creator of SpongeBob. I didn't know he was the creator of SpongeBob because he wouldn't tell me. Destiny, how are you? But I found out. So, Aliyah, Ali, how are you? Leah, how are you? So I'm Seth Hilary. I'm going to be doing some original songs tonight and just hanging out. And right now what I'm doing is, I'm playing around on the guitar and I'm yapping. So this is what I call yap music. So I do this a lot. I've actually had some requests to talk, not just to play songs, but also to talk about the writing process and the stories behind the songs. And I love doing that. I love talking about songwriting. So we can do that too. Mackenzie, how are you? And Moss, welcome. But I'm here also, I'm a songwriter, so I do original songs. I have not yet, my set lists are totally unscripted. I have no idea what I'm going to play. I usually like to, kind of figure out the starting song before I begin. Hey, Amanda, how are you? And thank you for liking the live. Adrien, I'm sorry. Ava, how are you? Thank you for liking the live. So I don't even know what song I'm going to start with tonight. I usually kind of have this planned out in advance, at least the first song. So I don't know what song I should start with. If you know any of my songs and you have a request, let me know. Because I like to, make people happy. And I have some unreleased songs. Oh yeah, that's the thing. So, I've been testing out some unreleased songs and I can do some of those, or I can do the released songs. Maybe I should start with my new single, which is actually, it's still new. It's only a few weeks. It's been out a few weeks. Should I start with my new single? The new single is like a sad song. I usually like to start with something happy. So why don't I start off with this? This is an anthem of self-acceptance. It's a mental health song. It's a life song. And I hope you like it. I got no fashion sense. Don't like to follow trends. I dress the same as I did back in school. It killed me way back then. I never could fit in. But now I could care less if I'm not cool. I'm just being me, minding my own business, not trying to be the same as you or different. Pressure to conform can be hard to ignore, but I don't worry. I'm too busy being me. away my troubles in a song. I fumble and I flail, I fall down and I fail, then pick myself back up and move along. Just being me, taking care of business, not trying to be the same as you or different. Pressure to conform can be hard to ignore, but I don't worry, I'm too busy being me. When I'm gone, carve it on my grave. Here lies someone who lived his life his way. Just being me, minding my own business, not trying to be the same as you or different. The pressure to conform can be hard to ignore, but I don't worry, I'm too busy being me. No, I don't worry, I'm too busy being me. Mika, thank you for the comment. Yes, that was a cheerful song. I like to start with off with a cheerful song. And I'll pin your comment because you said something. I think that's a nice comment. If you say something nice in the comments, if I can pin it, and I can only pin it on the certain video, vertical video platforms. Hey, King, how are you? And Thanos and Amia? Mike, how are you? User Jason. Oh, Jason Bourne. I thought I said Jason Bloom for a second. Jason Bloom's a big hit songwriter, and he teaches songwriting. Jana, how are you? Yes, I'm going to be me. So I'm Seth Hilary. I do original songs. If you like these songs, I wrote them. And if you don't like them, well, I also wrote them. But I hope you do like them. And, you know, I like that song enough that I actually released 2 different versions of it because, you know, always have a hard time, like, when I try to, what's your niche, you know, or promote yourself. They always say, who are similar artists, or what's your genre? And I never have the answer to that question because my songs don't fit in any one genre. They're, you know, they're kind of rock, they're kind of country, they're kind of pop, they're kind of even, you know. So that song could have gone in any of those directions, and I decided to release it as a country song. And then I thought, you know, I don't know if this should have been a country song. It could be, but maybe it should be more pop. So I put out another version. So I have 2 versions out, a country version and a pop version. Oh, well, thank you so much, Jana. I really appreciate you. I wish I could pin your comments, but I can't over there because I'm streaming through a third-party app. I can pin comments on the platform whose name sounds like a clock, and the platform whose name starts with the letter C, the vertical platforms. Megan, welcome. So, okay, what should I do next? Now, not all my songs are cheerful. I have some, you know, my latest single, as I said, is a sad song. Oh, what are these sounds? Something good is happening because I'm getting this sound. Oh, Delirious and Jess have both subscribed. Thank you so much. And if you're enjoying my live, please do hit that follow button or the subscribe button. Evie, I can see that comment. You know, so I don't know if you've left comments. If that's the first one, I guess you probably tried to leave ones before this. And this is the first one I see. And it looks like you're not the only one. I've been talking to my agency about this. This has been happening to a lot of people. They can't leave comments. It's really frustrating, especially because comments tell the algorithm to send more people. And if people can't send comments, well, you can't send your comments, and I know that's frustrating for you. I can't see your comments, and it's frustrating to me. And then the algorithm doesn't push me out more because the comments aren't going through. But I think we may have cracked the code because it seems as though, and then we can try this. So please try this, Evie. It seems that comments with the word comment go through. So if you want to leave a comment, type the word comment and then say what it is you want to say and see if it works. And let me know what song you want to hear next. Should I do my new single? partly I feel like I should do it now, and partly I feel like I should wait because people come. Actually, I'm getting requests for this song, and if I do it before it's requested, well, I guess I have to do it twice, right? So anyway, I guess I'll do my new single. New single? Oh, well, thank you so much. Jana, you're so awesome. And if you're not subscribed, did you subscribe? 2 people subscribed. Was one of them you? Oh, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Anyway, all right, I'll do my new single. Enough talk about the new single. Enough ado. And with no further ado, the waves of missing her keep rolling in. Her empty side of bed staring me down. I try to dry my eyes, but they fill up again. So I give in and let it all pour out. With every tear that falls, there goes one more drop of pain. Thank you, Hyper, from deep inside the vault of a heart that loves it. But I'm feeling hints of healing, though each trickle might be small. I'm gaining strength with every tear that falls. At first, I hit the bottle, but that didn't work. A rebound romance couldn't turn the tide. The one way to get through is just to feel the hurt. And bit by bit, I'm leaving her behind. With every tear that falls, there goes one more drop of pain from deep inside the vault of a heart that loves in vain. But I'm feeling hints of healing, though each trickle might be small. I'm gaining strength with every tear that falls. At least I've begun to learn I'm tough enough to be a little weak, to soften up with every tear that falls. There goes one more drop of pain from deep inside the vault of a heart that loves in vain. But I'm feeling hints of healing, though each trickle might be small. I'm gaining strength with every tear that falls. I'm feeling hints of healing, though each trickle might be small. I'm gaining strength with every tear that falls. I'm gaining strength with every tear that falls. I didn't see Hyper spamming. He was just saying nice things. Please don't shy away from saying nice things. So John says, "Oh no, a love song / sad song." So I don't know what. I'm not sure what the message is here. He saw my comment. Okay, don't be sorry. Hey, do I have a song about being sorry? I do have a song about being sorry. Should I play it? It's not a happy song. It's real. I really like it. I don't play it that often. It's called "How Sorry," or it's actually the full title is "How Sorry Do I Have to Be?" It's a song of regret. Oh, well, I didn't see the highs. I only saw one high. So hi, how are you? So I'm Seth Hilary, those just joining. I'm here performing original songs, and Also, I'm yapping, and as you can see, I'm kind of playing around on the guitar while I'm yapping. So I call that yap music. You can just consider this as I'm performing yap music while I'm doing this. But I've had requests to actually, yap a little more and talk about the songwriting process. So and I like to do that. So that song actually, believe it or not, that song was the result. Well, there's a couple of things that caused that song, but that song came out of a song that I wrote 30 years ago, and the song wasn't even finished. And that line was in there, and the second verse of that song said, "I may be hurting, but I'm standing tall. I'm gaining strength with every tear that falls." And so I'm writing this other song, and then I wrote that line, and I thought, well, that line really works well in this song, but maybe it should be its own song. So I actually tried to write that a long time ago, and then I couldn't do it. It didn't work. So then 30 years later, I discovered that other song, and I decided, I want to get this other song to work. So I started working on it, and again, I saw that line, and I said, it still should be its own song. And I finally, this time, I was able to get it right. So, I guess being, 30 years of songwriting experience will do that for you. Should I play the original song that came out of? This original song, "Hey Homeschool, How Are You?" That original song actually led to the creation of 3 songs, including itself. But that's also a sad song, because as you can see. But anyway, 30 years ago, more than 30 years ago, I wrote that other song. It's called Another War Story. And, okay, so I was a member, and I became the coordinator eventually of the Los Angeles chapter of the Nashville Songwriters Association International, known as NSAI. And they got a new director, and his name is Bart Herbertson, and he's still there, and he is like the songwriter's best friend. If you're a songwriter and you join NSAI, go there and tell Bart I said hello. I haven't talked to him in a while. But I was in Los Angeles, and Bart decided to come to Los Angeles because, we're a big city. And he brought some hit songwriters with him. He brought one, Linda Hargrove. I forgot what she wrote a bunch of hits like in the 80s and 90s. And then he brought this guy, Casey Kelly, who also had several hits. And he had a recent hit called "Soon" with Tanya Tucker. And it was he was Grammy nominated for that song. So, he did a little talk about what he was going to do with the organization. And then he decided, okay, we're going to do what they call a guitar pull, which is everybody in the room gets to play a song. Now, it didn't have to be on the guitar. You could play a recording if you want. But, they had a guitar and you could pass it around. Well, it was my turn. I had just come back from Nashville, and I had done some demo recordings. I had this brand new song really great demo recording that I had made in Nashville. So I played that. And the hit songwriter, Casey Kelly, liked my song enough that he invited me to write with him, which is a huge, you don't know how big of an honor that is. And everybody wants to write with the guys who have hits. And here he was. He heard my song, and he invited me to write with him. So I brought him this song, Another War Story, that, I thought he's going to help me fix it. But I guess I'm not sure why to this day. I never really understood why. But now I think about it, it's because Another War Story was a sad song, and he wanted to write a happy song. But he really liked, oh, are we so close to the goal? How close to the goal are we? Oh, we're getting there. Okay, I'm just going to leave that there. So anyway, so he loved the idea of the war story. I said another war story from love's great battleground. He loved the war story in the battleground, but he wanted to write a happy song, I guess. So I'm going to play you the song we wrote. This is a song I wrote with a Grammy-nominated songwriter named Casey Kelly, and it's a fun song. I'd forgotten about this song too, and then I was going through some old stuff, and I thought, some of these old songs are pretty good, including this one. So, where is it? Where is Old War Stories? Okay, here it is. And I usually hate to announce the title of my song before I play it, because I feel like if I wrote it right, the listener should be able to know what it's called just from hearing it. But anyway, I had to tell you that story. must have looked bad to your mom and your dad. I can still see the look on their face when they walked in the door, and there you and I were, locked up in a loving embrace. I thought that our future was all in the past, but now, years later, we can look back and laugh, telling old war stories from love's battleground, where we won and we lost, then turned it around. From the lowest of lows to the greatest of glories, safe in each other's arms, telling old war stories. Remember the night we had our big fight? You locked me outside in the yard. It started to rain and I pleaded in vain. You made me sleep in the car. They say love conquers all, and I swear that it's true. 'Cause here I am now on this couch holding you, telling old war stories from love's battleground, where we won and we lost, then turned it around. From the lowest of lows to the greatest of glories, safe in each other's arms, telling old war stories. From the lowest of lows to the greatest of glories, safe in each other's arms, telling old war stories. So now I'm really tempted to play the original song. Thank you, Guitar Golf. Thank you so much. Andrew, how are you? And everybody, thank you for liking the live. Everybody who's tapping your screen, thank you. We're almost up to 8,000 likes already. That'd be totally awesome. We can get to 10,000 before we get to a half an hour. That would be totally amazing. And Claire, thank you for liking the live. I don't know if Claire's still here, but I hope you are. So I'm Seth Hilary. I am performing original songs for you tonight. And I wonder, I wonder if I should do the original song that started all this. I'm going to do it. Okay, so this song, the two songs I just played, both came out of this song, which I started more than 30 years ago, and I recently rediscovered it and finished it. I think it's finished. There's still one line. I feel like, I don't know, I think like I got to be able to come up with a better line, but maybe not. We charged into the fire, so in love, I never could have known it would all blow up. But the hot nights and the fights, the begging you to stay, are just a hard luck tale to tell someday. Another war story of a brave and battered heart, another blaze of glory, change changing of the guard. Now you and me are history, a dream that got shot down. Another war story from love's great battleground. I may be hurt, but I'm standing tall. I'm gaining strength with every tear that falls. The struggle is to just give up and let go, and chalk it up as one more chapter closed. Another war story of a brave and battered heart. Another blaze of glory, the changing of the guard. Now you and me are history, a dream that got shot down. Another war story from love's great battleground. The wound's gonna mend, I'll dare to love again. Someday I'll find the one that won't end. As another war story from a brave and battered heart. Another blaze of glory, the changing of the guard. We're nothing but a memory, a dream that got shot down. Another war story from love's great battleground. Another war story from love's great battleground. Oh, thank you so much for the, let's see who, I can't read your name. I can't see your username. Thank you for the rose and the lightning bolt. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the love. But for some reason, I am unable to read your name, probably because I have a black background and the lettering of your name is also dark color, so it's not showing up on my screen. But I really appreciate you for the love. Thank you. Thank you. Bella, how are you? We're almost up to 10,000 likes. Oh my goodness. G.I., does that say? G, welcome. So again, I'm Seth Hilary. I am doing original songs. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad you like that. Chris? Am I saying it? Chris? Yes, Chris. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Hyper, and good night. I'm so glad you like that song because that's, I'm always unsure whether I should play it because, there are these 3 songs that came out of that one song. And that's the, that one. I loved that song when I wrote it, but I knew it wasn't quite right. And so I brought it, I got this chance to write with a Grammy-nominated songwriter, and I brought him that song, hoping he'd help me fix it. But instead, he wanted to write, we wrote another song with the same idea. So that was called Another War Story, and we wrote one called Old War Stories instead, which is, it's a happy song. This was a sad song, and that was a happy song. So I found this song 30 years later, and I finally, rewrote it, and now I think it's pretty good. And I'm glad you like it. Okay, so what's next on the agenda? So, I'm Seth Hilary, and I do original songs, and I like to talk. Hey, this is called yap music, because I'm playing my guitar, or playing around on my guitar, and I'm yapping. So we'll just call it yap music. Rogan, how are you? Regan, I'm sorry. Thank you for liking the live. Thank you so much. We made it to 10,000. Oh my goodness. And I missed it. I wasn't watching the screen, but hopefully, when we get to 10,000 likes, you get to see Superman on the screen because you are also super for liking the live. And if we get to 20,000, we will see him again. And I kind of wish that he was a little more animated, but still, I don't have control over that. But you are all so super. Thank you for all the likes, and keep them coming. I don't know if anybody, by the way, if you want to support me, you can see my live goal. That'd be a totally awesome way to support me. I should also mention that I have a WEB site, and there are an LINK in my profile that takes you to a LINK tree with my WEB site and my Discord link and all my streaming platforms. And there's even a support me link there too. But on my WEB site, you can not only stream but download my songs, and it's name your price starting at free. I have artist merch there too, which I should do a little self-promotion while I'm here, right? Hey Chad, how are you? So, okay, what should I do next? So I have my songs. If you go to my site, you'll see that I have them broken up into categories. And of course, there are many relationship songs. So I have them broken up by what I call sweet love songs and then troubled love songs. They're not all sad. I could say sad love songs, but they're not always sad. They're just love songs with some kind of issue going on that either makes it sad or complicates things or makes it frustrating or whatever. Then I have mental health songs. Then I have the political / protest / message songs. And then I have the just fun songs. And then I would have what I call it, songs, just life songs, about my life in general, or they don't fit into the other categories. But many of the songs fit into multiple categories. And then I also have pop and country songs, which I kind of just think of as separate because most of those are not on the website, although they may fit into those categories also. But I haven't recorded most of my pop and country songs because I spent, decades as what they call a non-performing songwriter. So I was just writing these songs and trying to get other artists to record them. So I have a lot of those songs. I have song demos that we hired musicians and singers to do them in the studio, and then we'd bring them to publishers, or if you get to the label of the artist, that's great. But and try to get them recorded. And I have to say, I've actually had some success in a way because I've had like dozens of my songs have been recorded by artists and I've had some in film and TV. Unfortunately, it's nobody famous, and none of the film and TV shows are all that famous, although one of my songs was in a movie, Patrick Swayze's final movie before he passed on. Unfortunately, Patrick Swayze made a blunder and he blew the budget. He blew the filming, he did a stunt, and he got injured. They had to postpone filming for a year, and then he took this other role and blew his marketing budget. So they were not really able to promote this movie. But it's called Letters from a Killer. And I would play that song for you, but it's called Daddy Tried, and it really needs to be sung by a female singer. And there's a band that I wrote the song with that appeared in the movie, like in a bar scene, and they were on the stage doing the song I wrote with them. Funny thing is, in the closing credits, my name appears, but my name appears next to the wrong song, and somebody else's name appears next to my song. So that's the way it goes, I guess. Yeah, it's fun. And I love having this song, and I love sharing my songs with you, and I love telling you about it. So it's kind of which should I do more? Should I just shut up and play the songs, or just tell you the stories behind them? And I posted a video the other day asking that question, and several people said, tell more of the stories and talk about the writing process. So that's what I'm doing. Just consider this yap music. So what should I do? Okay, my fingers just started playing something. So this is what would fall into the category of a troubled love song. I also have these unreleased songs. I should do my upcoming single, but I just said I'm going to do this one. So instead of keep just changing my mind again, I'm going to do this one. And I'm tempted to tell the story behind this, but I've been yapping a lot, so I'll just play the song right now. I never met my grandpa on my mother's side. That's true. He abandoned her when she was only 5. My parents treated marriage like a civil war. That's kind of true too. I feel as if I'm broken at the core. No matter what you see in me today, knowing where I came from, I'm afraid you're throwing good love after bad blood. You don't need this kind of pain. You're throwing good love after bad blood. Got heartache flowing through my veins. There's nothing in this world like waking in your arms. But I'm hardwired for a fight or flight response. In my clan, feelings matter not at all. It's second nature for me to build walls. Talking about the future makes me scared. I'm only telling you because I care. You're throwing good love after bad blood. You don't need this kind of pain. You're throwing good love after bad blood. Got heartache flowing through my veins. If I could change, you'd be worth changing for. I wanna try, but you gotta be warned. You're throwing good love after bad blood. You don't need this kind of pain. You're throwing good love after bad blood. Got heartache flowing through my veins. You're throwing good love after bad blood. Got heartache flowing through my veins. Got heartache in my veins. Jackie, how are you? Chris, how are you? Rock and Roger, how are you? So I'm Seth Hilary. I am doing original songs for you. If you like these songs, I wrote them. And if you don't like them, well, I still wrote them, but I hope you do like them. Thank you so much, Chris. So, there's one thing I wanted to say about the writing process of that song. I mean, there's a lot of things I could say about it. It's semi-autobiographical, but, one of the things songwriters say, well, there's different ways of saying this, but don't let the facts get in the way of the truth, or don't let the facts get in the way of a good song. So whatever happened in my real life, well, as an artist, I want to, communicate real life stuff, but it's more important to serve the song. So the actual details of things that happen in my life I don't have to put everything in the song the way it actually happened in real life. Like, actually, there's a line, I never met my grandpa on my mother's side, which is true. And then it says, he abandoned her when she was only 5. Well, actually, he abandoned her when she was 2. But that doesn't matter in this song. And he didn't actually abandon her, it turned out, but I won't go to that. But he wasn't there. He was gone when she was 2. And it doesn't matter for the song whether it's 2 or if it's 5. But 5 rhymed with the next line. So, but also, one of the things we are taught, especially when we're writing commercial songs, pop or country songs for other artists to record, especially, and this is less true in rock, but we're taught to write conversational lyrics. Like, it should be the way somebody would actually say it in a conversation. Now, there's a line in that song, and I hate the word rules, because, a lot of songwriters talk about the rules of songwriting, but I believe there are no rules, only tools. But I'll use the word rule. So, the rule is to write conversational lyrics. Well, there's a line in that song that I wrote. It says, in my clan, feelings mattered Not at all. And you wouldn't say that, like, you probably wouldn't say that if you were talking. You would say, in my family, feelings didn't matter at all. But for one thing, that's way too many syllables. And I don't know, it just, the way that sings, the way I sing that, in my clan, feelings mattered. And then there's a little pause. Not at all. So to me, it makes it more dramatic to say it that way. So I even brought it into a songwriter. I have this group that I meet with on Friday evenings. We do a Zoom meeting, and we bring in songs, and we give each other feedback on the songs. And even the other songwriters all said, "No, that's not conversational. You wouldn't say it that way." And I was like, "Yeah, I know you wouldn't, but I love singing it that way. It really feels great to sing that line. I love that line because that little pause, in my clan, feelings matter." Not at all. It just feels dramatic to me, and I like it. So that's a little. Oh, thank you, Cassie, for the follow and for the likes. Oh, we're almost up to 15,000. We got 13,000 likes already. People are so amazing. Tapping the screen. That is so. I really appreciate all of you doing that. So, I haven't done my upcoming single yet. And since I just did a troubled love song, my upcoming single is a sweet love song. And I hope you like this song. I think it's fun. So this is coming out on November 9th, this new song that I'm about to sing for you. And wait till you hear the story behind this one. It's not what you think. Sitting on the sofa, swiping right and left. One lonely night, darker than the next. An empty bed, waiting for me. No ray of hope I can see. Then fast as a flash from the sky came the one who opened my eyes. Aurora is the light of my life. Her aura shines through the night. Like a burst from the stars, she breaks my heart. You can't know how much I adore her. My love overflows in the glow of Aurora. Hair is red as fire, eyes of emerald green, a heart of gold from out of a dream. She brings color to my world, makes the flame inside me burn. Aurora is the light of my life. Her aura shines through the night. Like a burst from the stars, she brightens my heart. You can't know how much I adore her. My love overflows in the glow of Aurora. A greater glare than a solar flare. She electrifies the air. Aurora is the light of my life. Her aura shines through the night. Like a burst from the stars, she brightens my heart. You can't know how much I adore her. My love overflows in the glow of Aurora. Like a burst from the stars, she brightens my heart. There's nothing I wouldn't do for her. My love overflows in the glow of Aurora. My love overflows in the glow of Aurora. Jamie, how are you? Hannah, how are you? Dano is twin. Oh, and thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks. So I don't know if I wanted. Well, actually, I've already posted a couple of videos about this as to where that song came from. So that's a love song, right? You must wonder who this Aurora person is. Well, I hate to tell you, she's made up. That's actually, in my life, I've always had this fascination with astronomy. I never took an astronomy class in college. I guess the fascination maybe started later. I don't know. I think I was kind of fascinated early, but I never thought to take an astronomy class in college. But I'm not even sure they offered. They probably did, right? Most universities. I went to a big university. They probably had that, right? But I always dreamed I want to see a total eclipse of the sun, and it turned out, like back in 2017, I used to go to Nashville, Tennessee, to write my country songs, and there's the solar eclipse was going to be total eclipse in Nashville, and so I was like, oh, this is perfect time. I'm going to go to Nashville and be there for the solar eclipse. But it turned out that was the week my kids were leaving for college, and we had to drive them. We were in California, and both my kids went to college on the East Coast, and we had to pack up their stuff and drive them across the country. So I should have arranged somehow that we could be in Nashville for the eclipse, but it was really out of the way. So I had to miss that eclipse. And then last year, or was it this year, there was the other eclipse, and it was nearby. It was only a few hours drive. But, I have long COVID. Like in 2013, I finally caught COVID, and I've never really recovered, and I have chronic fatigue. And I just couldn't make it. I just, I couldn't go through the whatever it took to, so I regretted that. Maybe I should have done it. I should have made the effort. I could have booked a hotel room. We could have driven to Pennsylvania, and I could have seen the eclipse, but I missed it. So the next thing on my list is I want to see the Northern Lights, otherwise known as the Aurora Borealis. And very recently, there was a time where they said the Northern Lights is visible throughout the United States. So I went outside to see if I could see it. First of all, I'm near the city, so it's kind of hard to see it anyway because there's so many city lights. But it was cloudy out, so I couldn't see the aurora. And I just started thinking about the aurora, and I thought, that's a name. That's a beautiful name, and it should be. I should write a song. When was the last? In my life, I've written one song with a woman's name in the title, and it's actually one of my most popular songs. It's a troubled love song. Maybe I'll play that next. But I thought, and she could be someone who lights up your life, like the night sky from Out of the Night Sky. So I wrote the whole thing around that metaphor, and that's how that song came into being. My vids should be on the same channel you're on now. Seth Hilary Music is my username everywhere except for the platform that sounds like the clock. And there it's just Seth Hilary. And I keep thinking I should change it to Seth Hilary Music so it'll be the same everywhere. And I guess I'll do that eventually. So Julia, that was the story. I hope you liked the story. So I mentioned I had one other song, and this is actually this one is about a real person and a real situation that happened. And I wrote this song in 1990 because this is when we're up to 16,000 likes already. God, if we get to 20,000, that'd be totally amazing. So this is a real song about a real person, and try to picture her. Her hair like a veil of gold. There aren't any words. Her face like a tale untold. There's a hunger we share, and she gives me a stare with eyes that could melt the cold. I can see paradise, but her flames turn to ice. She locks up her soul. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, a vision in the night. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, you are the morning light. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, I've got you in my sight, but I cannot take you, cannot break you, cannot shake you, and I can't stand back no more. Try to picture her. world, woman of the world, a mask that can seem so real. I can see in her eyes, underneath her disguise, the fear of a lonely child, afraid of a part deep down in her heart that wants to run wild. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, you're crying deep inside. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, and so you run and hide. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, together we can fly, but I cannot find you, cannot find you, can't unwind you, and I can't stand back no more. Many years ago, they taught you to be oh so strong. You built a wall of stone and you fought your pain alone too long. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, why don't you take my hand? Gabrielle, Gabrielle, I'm the one who understands. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, your wish is my command, but you won't receive me, won't believe me, won't deceive me, and I can't stand back no more. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, oh, echoes from the dark. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, still tearing you apart. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, it's not too late to start, but I cannot bend you, cannot bend you, can't defend you, and I can't stand back no more. I cannot find you, cannot bind you, can't unwind you, and I can't stand back no more. I cannot take you, cannot break you, cannot shake you, and I can't stand back no more. By the way, Chris and anybody else, if you are not already subscribed or following, please smash that subscribe or follow button. And also, if you have the ability to set your notifications, do that so you'll know when I go live. I actually do this on my regular schedule is Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays from 9 to 10 New York time. I sometimes, if I have the time and energy, I will jump in for an unscheduled live. Hey, Caden, I'm doing okay. How are you doing today? It's always fun to be here with you, hanging out. And if you're enjoying the live, please don't forget to comment, especially if you say something nice on the platforms that I can do this on. I will pin your comment. And I know some people are having a hard time because the comments aren't going through. But if you can comment and say something nice, I will pin your comment. And if you can't comment, if the comments aren't going through, I think the secret, it seems that comments with the word comment go through. So put the word comment and then say your comment. And also emoji comments go through, and those aren't as good, but they're still good. You know, words are better. And comments also tell the algorithm that you're enjoying the live. So they send more people to join us, and they turn this into a bigger party. Oh, thank you so much, Chris. Was she like a wild horse? That's not a simile that I would have thought of. She. No, you know, the thing was we both, I guess we liked each other, and we made each other nervous because of that. And we told each other. We confessed our feelings to each other, and then we never spoke again. Like we were in this retreat. We saw each other every day for a month, and we just stopped talking. After we told each other that we liked each other, we just stopped talking. So it wasn't totally her, it was both of us. I mean, I just got so nervous around her, I couldn't talk, and she didn't say anything back to me. So then I wrote that song, and then she gave me a little kiss, and that was it. But because by then she was seeing somebody else. But there's good news about this. There's some really good news. Oh, we're almost up to 20,000 likes. Oh my goodness. Superman will make another appearance when we get to 20,000. I can only see, when it's under 10,000, it tells me like 9.7K. But when it gets above 10,000, now only I can see the round number 19K. So I don't know how close we are to 20,000. But so I don't know if I should keep my eye on the screen. Faith, how are you? Thank you for liking the live. And Superman will make an appearance again when we get to 20,000 because you are all so super. Thank you so much for the love. So anyway, the good news, I guess I kind of play these songs together a lot because, so I stayed at this retreat for another month. Gabrielle went home. And in the next month, I met somebody else. Eva, how are you? Oh, 20,000 likes. Where is Superman? Did you see? Did I miss him? Don't tell me he didn't come. Don't tell me he didn't make it. Am I showing the wrong screen? I have a few different screens here, and they're not all the same. I'm switching screens. I don't know which one you like better. Tell me which one you like better. The one the previous one, or this one? Or wait a second. So that one was actually, believe it or not, called Aurora. And this one is called Neon. I didn't name it. The person who created it named it. So I played Aurora while the Aurora screen was up there. So I wish I could do a poll. There is a poll function here. But it's not working. I clicked on it, nothing happens. So we won't waste any more time on the poll. Oh, wait, there it is. Okay. So let's see. So quick poll. So if you like the current screen, the pink one, use the smiling, laughing emoji. And if you like the previous one, the green one, use the crying emoji. And we got 1 minute on this poll. So again, current screen, pink, is laughing emoji, and the previous screen, green, is the crying emoji. And, well, she was, I guess. I don't know if she was really that untamed. She was beautiful, though. Let me, wait a second. I gotta look at this poll here. Oh, we've got 1 vote for the current one. The pink is the current screen is the pink, and that's this laughing emoji. And the previous screen, which is green, is the crying emoji. I actually have 4 different screens. So, I can do this with 4. Oh, it's a tie. It's a tie so far. Oh, we got 1 more vote for the current screen. Now, okay, so the current screen is the winner. Now, I don't know if one person voted more than once, or if that even counts. I don't know how this thing works, but so the current screen is the winner. Oh no, wait, there were 2 votes for the. Oh, I think that vote came in after the poll was over, so it was actually a tie. But the tying vote came in after the poll was over. Now I could change screens again. I know on the platform with Y, there's no difference. That's only on the platform whose name sounds like a clock. And that's the only place I can do polls also. But, so anyway, the happy story is I was about to tell you this, and I have a song about it. So the next month after Gabrielle went home, I met somebody else, and we're still together. And we got married and raised kids, and and more than 30 years later, I thought, it's amazing. We met, we really was unlikely circumstances. We met, we were both literally thousands of miles from our respective homes. And, we actually went through a time where we could have broken up, but we didn't. So, I got this song, and I'm going to play it for you now. And this might be the last song of the evening. I don't know, because as I mentioned before, I have chronic fatigue. So, but I don't know. Maybe I can do more than one. I usually just, I try to do songs for an hour. And you know what? I just remembered, I just realized I forgot to even notify my agency that I'm live. So I don't know if it's too late to do that because the live may be ending soon. But let me just do that in case anybody wants to join. I'm just going to notify my agency. I'm just going to tell them live now. Share your live in the Share Your Live ticket channel. Okay. I just put that notification in there. I know it's, I should have done that an hour ago. I forgot. I literally have ADHD. I'm about to do something and then I forget to do it. So, anyway, so here's the song to celebrate my wife and I being together. I guess it's 35 years now. Yeah, I guess it's been 35 years we've been together. Lady, even though we came from such different worlds, at that one single time and place on earth, there we were. Now somehow, when so many years have flown, look around at this place that we call home. Here we are, day after day after day, page after calendar page. Nothing could stand in our way. We're joined at the heart. We could have drifted apart anywhere under the stars, but of all places we both could be, here we are. Through those times when it all seemed way too much, and it felt like both of us had enough, still here we are. Prior laugh at the things we did back then, still it all comes down to this in the end. Here we are, day after day after day, page after calendar page. Nothing could stand in our way. We're joined at the heart. We could have drifted apart anywhere under the stars, but of all places we both could be, here we are. Day after day after day, page after calendar page. Nothing could stand in our way. We're joined at the heart. We could have drifted apart anywhere under the stars, but of all places we both could be, here we are. Here we are. Of all places we both could be, here we are. Thank you, Chris. Yes, that song that was hard to write. First, most songs, I don't know if it still works the same way because the way songwriting is done professionally has changed. It used to be you'd get a couple of writers in a room. Sometimes a third writer would be there. Occasionally you might have more, but usually it would be two writers and once in a while three. But you'd make a writing appointment and you'd show up with your musical instrument, either, oh, thank you, Ava. I'm so glad you like it. I'm going to pin your comment. So, and usually you'd start with a title. So that song, and if you don't have to start with a title, sometimes you'd start with the situation. But then usually the first thing you want to do is come up with a title. Not always. So I came up with the situation, our kids had gone off to college and I was just sitting in the living room and my wife was, beside me, and I was just thinking, wow, all these years, and like, your kids are off to college and here we are. And I thought, here we are. I like that. That's a good title. But then I wasn't sure, because actually in songwriting, song titles are so important. You have no idea how important song titles are. Songwriters spend a lot of time thinking about song titles. And when you go into a writing session, if you have a good title, that, everybody wants to what they call write up, and write with more successful writers higher on the food chain. And one way to do that is to have a great title, which they also know, it's also in songwriting lingo known as the hook. So I thought, I like Here We Are. That's a great title. But then I was like, I don't know, is it really that good? And I kind of went back and forth, but I kept coming back. It's like, I really like it because there's just something about it, it just feels good. Here we are after all this time, here we are. So it's kind of a, common expression, but a little bit, tiny little bit twist on it. So I wrote the song, I was working on the lyric and I really had a hard time figuring out how to get this thing started. Calvin, how are you? Well, I have a song. Calvin reminds me of somebody of another song. But so I wrote this lyric and I thought, oh, this is great. And it was nighttime and I went to bed and I couldn't wait to finish working on it. I got up in the morning and I looked at the lyric and I was like, I hate this. It's terrible. So it was like a couple more days. Row Jimmy. Is that Row Jimmy? Does that sound familiar, Row Jimmy? Julie, can't you grab it by his head? Okay, so anyway, and it wasn't until I came up with the first line. I finally, I was trying to figure it. Then I came up with the line, even though we came from such different worlds, at that one single time and place on earth, there we were. Then the rest of the song just, came to me. It was like, okay, now I got it. Then it was, the rest of it was kind of easy to write. Although the one line that really made the song work for me, and I was in bed when I came up with it. That happens a lot these days, especially because I have the fatigue. It's really hard to sit at the computer and write. So a lot of my writing is done lying down. But I came up with this line while I was in bed at night. Day after day after day, page after calendar page. Oh, I thought, I love this line. I have to get out of bed and write that down before I forget it. So anyway, that's kind of the story of that song. But Calvin is here. Calvin reminds me of another song that I wrote more than 30 years ago. Because my co-writer's name was Calvin. And we wrote this song. I really love this song, and I totally had forgotten about it. It was actually recorded by an independent artist way back then. But we had a big argument over this song. We couldn't agree. There were two lines in the chorus. Hey, Sophia, how are you? That I just couldn't stand what he wanted to do with it. And he didn't like what I wanted to do with it. But I got my version recorded by an artist. So now that Calvin is here, I got to do this song. I said that the last one might be my last one, but the last one might be the last one. That should be a song too. Actually, I have a friend who remember being in a songwriting workshop, and another writer brought in a song called "The Last Time Was the Last Time." So that's already, that idea's been written. I mean, I could write it again, I guess, but since I've already heard a song with that title, I probably don't want to take the idea. Thank you, Sophia, for sharing the live. But anyway, I just totally forgot about the song, and I just remembered it lately, and I've played it a few times already because it's fun. And this is like a 30. And actually, I wrote this because there was a publisher in Nashville. And this is also a big honor. The publisher liked my music enough, my songwriting enough, that he connected me with one of his staff writers to write the song. And we wrote the song, but we had this big argument over the chorus. But I'm singing it my way because I'm more than 100% convinced that my way is like, his way was bad, actually. And it's weird because he came up with, like, I think the best lines of the songs are ones that he came up with, but we couldn't agree on that chorus. The swinging door swung open at Rusty's old saloon, when a lonely, tight Jeep, bright-eyed daydream walked into the room. She winked in my direction, knocked this cowboy dead. I nearly cried for mercy. Then I turned to her and said, there ought to be a law against looking like that. You're fine to the first degree. There ought to be a law. I'd be taking you in to do some time with me. I wanna throw the book at you. Just look at you. You're guilty as charged. There ought to be a law so I can hold you for stealing my heart. I pulled myself together, picked my jaw up off the floor, but her all-knowing, mind-blowing angel child smile hit me harder than before. I tried to play it cool, but she was too hot to resist. The words came out, you're number one on my most wanted list. There ought to be a law against looking like that. You're fine to the first degree. There ought to be a law. I'd be taking you in to do some time with me. I wanna throw the book at you. Just look at you. You're guilty as charged. There ought to be a law so I can hold you for stealing my heart. I wanna throw the book at you. Just look at you. You're guilty as charged. There ought to be a law so I can hold you for stealing my heart. There ought to be a law so I can hold you for stealing my heart. Oh, thank you for the follow, Calvin. I really appreciate you. And if you are enjoying my live, please don't forget to smash that subscribe or follow button. Oh, I'm glad that line caught your ear too. Sorry, I'm a little behind on the comments. I had the window covered up by accident. And now I just realized, do I have another window? Is this window covered? Yeah, I covered up this other window that hopefully, well, not hopefully. I actually wish there was some chat in there. But, let's see. Can I do another song? I haven't even done it. I haven't done any of my political songs tonight. These political songs mean a lot to me, but it's kind of a vibe shift when I start doing political songs. Some of them will definitely offend certain people who disagree with me politically. Although I do have one that I wrote to. Well, maybe I feel like this shouldn't offend anybody, but it might end up offending everybody. But I feel like this one thought, I'm going to do this one song. This might be the last song of the night. But I haven't done I have to do these message songs. Because I wrote them because I have a message to put out. And this one's really important. And a lot of the songs, oh, Bella, thank you so much for liking the live. Oh, and if you're enjoying my live, by the way, don't forget to, as I said, smash that subscribe or follow button. And if you see my live goal and you want to support me, that is a totally awesome thing. But there's also a link, an LINK, I'm not supposed to say these words, in my profile that takes you to my WEB site where you can not only stream but also download my music and get my artist merch and sign up for the Seth Heads newsletter. And I promise I won't spam you. I really feel like I don't send that out often enough. I only really send out when there's an announcement or the occasional discount code. I don't even do that very much. I don't try nearly hard enough to sell my stuff, but I guess I'm doing that now. And I do this on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays from 9 to 10 p.m. New York time. And if you're following me and you can set your notifications, you may also know that when I do an unscheduled one, and also there's a Discord server, and that's also at that LINK. I know you can't. So I would, and this Discord I publish previews. Actually, I posted a preview this afternoon of a song, and nobody has heard the song yet, except for the people in my Discord. You know, I have this, like I mentioned, I have this songwriter group that I meet with on Friday night, and we give each other feedback on our songs. And I had this song, I wanted to bring it in Friday night, but the meeting was canceled because everybody's out for Halloween. So I wanted to share it with my fans. So I posted a preview of that song. If you go to my Discord, I'm not going to play it now. I want to get some feedback on it before I start playing it live. And anyway, this will, you know, if you want to hear it, you can go to the Discord. Actually, I'm tempted to play it now, but no, I want you to go to the Discord. And you can hear the preview of this brand new song. And you can tell me what you think of it. And you can tell me whether you want to hear it at my lives. Oh, so I was going to do this political song, but you know, I also realized there are a bunch of unreleased songs that I haven't played tonight. And Road Jimmy, by the way, you know, I do original songs, but I can sometimes, if Road Jimmy is still here, I can sometimes be talked into doing a Grateful Dead cover because I'm a big Deadhead. I should have mentioned this to Road Jimmy, but I thought he'd be able to figure that out because that's the intro to Road Jimmy. It's the name of a song. It's the name of a Dead song. I won't play that song in my life. Actually, I don't have the chords memorized to that song, but that song is a little bit too long to play in a live. A lot of Dead songs are kind of too long to play. But well, I probably will do it in the live before I put it in a video. So come to my next live. Maybe I'll do it then. I want to get some feedback on it, though, before I start performing it. So now I was going to do this political song, but then I remembered, oh yeah, I've got all these unreleased songs that I haven't, performed. No, I'm going to do the political song. You know, I've written a whole bunch of songs. You know, what's really bothering me. So I'm in the United States, and our country, as you all know, if you're here, is so divided. And I feel like perhaps the biggest reason we're so divided is the media. And you know, there's this myth of the liberal media, which that's a myth. Maybe it was true at one time, but now the media is owned only by these big corporations. But there's some medias that are reporting some people just some of these people just, and also social media, and people are just flat out lying, really. And so people are not even sharing. People don't even agree on what's true anymore. But everybody at the same time is so sure. Like I've seen these political arguments, and I've been in them too. It's like, you know, somebody says something, and they go, "Oh, you're so brainwashed." And it's like, no, you're brainwashed. No, you're brainwashed. And it's like both sides are accusing the other of being brainwashed, and maybe both sides are brainwashed, but at least one person is wrong. When people are saying opposite things, at least one of them has to be wrong. But everybody is so sure that they're right. So I wrote this song. They said it, you heard it on cable news. You read it somewhere in a social media post. You saw it recorded in a YouTube video, repeated again by your favorite podcast host. The way I heard the story is much different. I wonder, since we both have strong opinions, how do we know we're right? How do we know what's true? How do we know who's shooting straight? Who's lying or who? How do we know what's real? How do we know what's fake? How do we know who's fooling us when so much is at stake? Have we both made certain to verify facts and really looked into how credible is the source? And have we considered the profits from the hate and division of the information war? Anyone can fall for the deception. A asking you and me the same questions. How do we know we're right? How do we know what's true? How do we know who's shooting straight? Who's lying to who? How do we know what's real? How do we know what's fake? How do we know who's using us when so much is at stake? How often do we listen to the other side? If evidence were given, would we change our minds? How do we know we're right? How do we know what's true? How do we know who's shooting straight? Who's lying to who? How do we know what's real? How do we know what's fake? How do we know who we can trust when so much is at stake? How do we know who we can trust when so much is at stake? So much is at stake. So much is at stake. Easton is back. Welcome. So I'm Seth Hilary. Thank you, Jenna, for sharing the live. I really appreciate you so much. Yes, and if you're enjoying my live, please also share the live. And if you can see my live goal and you want to support me that way, that is totally awesome. But any support you want to send is totally appreciated. And there is also a LINK in my profile that takes you to my website. Oh, I'm not supposed to say website. I said it already. Now the algorithm is going to punish me for saying that word. But thank you so much, Chris. You know, that song kind of always leads me to this other song I wrote on the same topic. I'm trying to ask my body whether I should, play more songs or stop. So, Easton, you wouldn't want me to play Metallica. I am not the kind of guitar player that could play Metallica, but I'm a songwriter and I'm here to share original songs. So I hope you will enjoy my originals. These are all songs that I wrote, although, as I failed to mention when Ro Jimmy was here, I can sometimes be talked into doing a Grateful Dead cover song because I'm such a big Deadhead. That's really just a part of my life, Grateful Dead. So I, once in a while, will do a Grateful Dead song. But otherwise, I'm here to do originals because I'm a songwriter. And I spent a couple of decades just as a songwriter before I started putting out my own music. But I really want to do more songs. So I've mentioned the Marshmallow Experiment a bunch of times, but I won't go through the whole Marshmallow Experiment story again, but the bottom line of that story is, they determined from this experiment that people who are capable of delay of gratification, tend to be more successful in life. And so, delaying gratification at this point would be waiting till the next live to do more songs. And I just think Maria and Lungfishes are here. Oh, I wish, and I'm just about to stop doing songs, and I wish I could do songs for Maria and Lungfishes because they have been here and they have been awesome in supporting me, and I really appreciate you so much. But but it's I'm still doing yap music, as I mentioned. This is I'm playing on my guitar, playing around here and yapping, so we can consider this yap music. Well, I was, debating whether I should do another song and kind of deciding that I probably shouldn't do another one. But this has really been a fun live, and my next scheduled live is, let's say, today's Sunday, right? So Tuesday at 9 p.m. New York time. I hope I'll see you again soon, Longfishes. And if I do, if I can do an unscheduled one, but especially with my chronic fatigue, when I have some energy, I have to kind of decide between writing new songs, recording new songs, or going live. And I have this brand new song I just mentioned earlier. I have this brand new song. If you go to my Discord, I put up a preview of this brand new song, and literally nobody has heard this song other than me and anybody who's on my Discord who goes there and checks out the preview. I haven't even played it for my Friday night songwriting group because our meeting this Friday was canceled. And usually I wait till I bring it into the group before I play it for anybody else. Well, sometimes I'll play for my wife, but my wife hasn't even heard this one. But usually I do that. I don't, before I put it in public, I want to run it past my fellow songwriters. But I was just too, excited about this one, and I wanted to really hear what people thought of it. So I posted a little preview. It's in the Discord. And if enough people request it, I might play it in the live, even before I bring it into my songwriter group next Friday. But I would love to know what you think of it. Oh, thank you, Chris, and I hope to see you again. Again, Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday from 9 to 10 New York time. I usually try to, do songs for an hour. I don't always make it because of the fatigue. I guess today has been, the last couple of days have been a little better because I've gone over the hour and I've exceeded the hour and gone, into the second hour. I really wish I could stay live for 2 hours. That's what's recommended, actually. I have this live agency that helps us grow our lives, and they give us advice and everything. And if you're a creator and you're looking for a live agency, by the way, you should look into Talenture because they are really great. And but their advice is to 2 hours is a good. And I'm like, I wish I could do 2 hours, but the fatigue. It's this darn fatigue. And actually, I found it. I wish there's some cure or some medication, or if there's some, clinical study I could get into. And I found one. Like a week ago, I found this clinical trial, and it's happening nearby. And I contacted them, and we set up a Zoom interview. You have to go through this interview where they explain the study, and then they, go through a questionnaire to see if you're eligible. So they explained the study to me. And after I heard about the study, I became really less interested in doing it. And mainly because, first of all, with the clinical trials, they give you you have a 50-50 chance of getting the actual medication or a placebo. So I don't even know if I'll be able to test the medication. And then they mentioned this test that you have to go through, which felt like it might be painful physically because they have to measure your blood vessels or something. So they clamp down this thing on your arm really tight. And it's like, that doesn't sound, but then the worst thing is they mentioned the possible side effects of the medication. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm not, like, it might cause cancer or it'll cause your vaccinations to not work as well. And I'm getting vaccinated. Like, I haven't got my boosters of my flu shot, and yes, I am vaccinated. And I'm getting vaccinated every time every booster, because the last thing I want is to get reinfected, because the fatigue is bad enough, and I can't even imagine how bad it could become. It turns out that compared to other people who have this, my fatigue is considered moderate, and I'm like, oh God, if this is moderate, I don't even want to know what severe is. To me, it feels pretty severe. But, I've seen people, there's like a Facebook group for people with long COVID and chronic fatigue. And some people, they say they can't even get out of bed, or they can't even walk up the stairs. And I'm like, wow. I mean, I can go live for an hour. I can't go live for 2 hours yet. Maybe I can work up to it. But, it's an hour and a half. I don't think I can make it another half hour. What do you, please, dude, please, what? And I really intended, I made a video yesterday, I think, saying, I've been testing out some unreleased songs on my lives, and I was going to do some tonight. I actually did one. I did my upcoming single, Aurora, which is coming out on November 7th, and you can pre-save it, by the way, on my WEB site. And again, that LINK is in my, you should be able to see it, at least on the, most of the platforms, it's right there in the bio. I think it should be there on the platform starting with Y also. But they don't have an actual spot to put a link. So I just have to, type out the link into my bio. Oh, I'm not supposed to say those words. Now the algorithm is spying on me, and I've been told that they're filtering out or suppressing lives and using Mallory. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so glad you made it, except I'm so sad to say I'm about to end the live. Oh, now I don't want to end the live now because Mallory just came. Oh, and thank you for the heartbeat. Thank you so much, Mallory. I really appreciate you so much. And that renews your fan club membership. So I hope, my next live scheduled is Tuesday at from 9 to 10 New York time. Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, 9 to 10 New York time. I try to do songs for a whole hour, but as you know, with my fatigue, I don't always make it. Tonight we made it. We did songs for like an hour and 5 minutes or 10 minutes. But I'm not doing songs, but I am doing yap music because I am playing the guitar and yapping. So this is yap music we're doing. So Mallory, how have you been? Tell me. Yappy hour. It's yappy hour. Oh, which is better, yap music or yappy hour? Which phrase should I use? It's yappy hour or yap music, or well, I guess I could use both, but if I have to put up one. So, my live streams, I've been titling them Original Songs and Good Vibes, but I was thinking of changing it to Original Songs and Yap Music. What do you think? Or Original Songs and Yappy Hour? Oh, I hear that sound. Somebody did something good. Oh, Nabs. Nabs has come in and liked my live. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, the live will be ending shortly. And Carl, thank you for liking live. And Longfishes. It says Longfishes join. Comment. So Mallory, I don't know if I mentioned to you, I see that comment, but that's the first one I've seen. It seems that if you type the word comment, try typing the word comment and then leaving a comment and see if that comment goes through. Because it seems like I see a lot of people asking me, can you see my comments? I'm like, well, that's the first one I've seen. Thank you, Carl. Carly? Thank you so much. But try typing the word comment and then saying, something else that you were going to say and see if that goes through. But I've talked to my agency about this, and I've been told that this is a problem across the platform that is not just affecting me, it's affecting a lot of people, and supposedly they're working on fixing it, but this has been going on for a really long time. And I see the question mark. So emojis go through, and I guess that thing is not working. The idea of typing comment and then following that with the full comment is not working. Oh, that went through. Ugh went through. So the comment and the comment didn't work. Okay. But it's so weird because I see a lot of questions. Can you see my comments? And I see that comment, but I don't see the other comments. And that is very frustrating. I know it's frustrating for you and it's frustrating to me. And also because, comments tell the algorithm that, people are enjoying the live and everything. And it signals the algorithm to send out, to show this to more people. But if the comments aren't going through, then I don't know. Maybe the algorithm sees them anyway. I don't know. Maybe they count towards the algorithm. I have no way of knowing. But I have reported this, and I've been on discussions with my agency. And, the agency person says it happens to him too. And he says it drives him crazy. And I don't know why they don't fix this. Its comments are important. And I love to hear from you. And I love to hear your thoughts, especially when you say nice things, and then I can pin your comment. And then you become world famous, at least within this room. Among the people in the room, you become world famous. Oh, sorry. No, I'm blocking this person. Oh, bye. Somebody tried to spam me. Hey, Jason. Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much, Galaxy Hot Dog and Donut. You're so awesome. Thank you so much. You're the first person who's appeared in this chat on this platform. I really don't get this. So I'm now talking to people on a platform that starts with the letters FAV. And it's streaming only, so there's no videos. And I really don't understand how to, grow on this platform, because it's mostly just people just like hanging out together. And it's mostly people who are much younger than me. And I went in there and I tried, hanging out a couple of times. It's like none of these young people want to talk to me, this old guy. So I just come on here and I perform like my live music, and I hope, I don't think this algorithm is pushing me out very much. But every once in a while, someone like Jason finds me, and I really appreciate your support, Jason. Thank you so much. So I guess if I just keep going live over there, eventually, people will find me. From Russia, hello. It's so great to have people from all around the world in my live. This is totally awesome. Brittany, how are you? So anyway, I'm Seth Hilary. I do original songs, and I do yap music like I'm doing right now. Yapping while doing music. Or doing just, I know, this isn't really music. I guess you could call this music. Actually, TikTok thinks, I just said the name of the platform. I'm not supposed to say the name of the platform, but since I'm ending my live soon, that's okay. But TikTok thinks this is music because one time, they create, the platform itself, after I go live, creates these highlight videos for me. I mean, I can create my own, but the platform itself, so I don't know that song, Hersman, but I do original songs anyway. I'm a songwriter. I do originals. But, so they create these live highlights for me. And so there was, it created a live highlight of me doing this yap music thing. Just yapping and doing music. And, yapping and, playing around on the guitar like I'm doing now. And so I posted this highlight video. And the platform muted my video because I said I was violating somebody's copyright with the music. And I was like, all I'm doing is this. So apparently the platform considers this to be music. So I think I'm totally justified in saying that I'm doing yap music right now. It says one person, but it's been saying that for a while, and there were more than one person leaving comments. But possibly there's only one person right now. I don't know. Because the other people who were leaving comments said good night because they had to go to bed. But anyway, I do this Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays from 9 to 10 New York time. And I do original songs, plus, I talk and I yap, and I do yap music. It's yappy hour. So I hope you'll come back. And, again, follow me if you're not already, or subscribe. And there is an LINK. You should be able to find that in my profile, which will take you to my WEB site and my Discord. And you can stream and download my music from my WEB site. You can get my artist merch. And, some of my favorite artist merch is inspired from my song lyrics. I've taken song lyrics and turned them into t-shirts and things like that, lines from songs, and also some like album cover art on t-shirts. So do that. Go there and get that. So maybe it's time to finally, instead of, yes, it's still yappy hour. It's yappy hour and I'm doing yap music. But I'm now like seriously thinking it's time to end the live. I wish I could stay, my goal is to make it for 2 hours. This is almost the longest I've ever gone. But I really need, it's really strange. It's almost 11 o'clock. No, it's 10:30 and I gotta take a nap. It's like really weird taking naps at this time of night, but I gotta lie down. It's too early to go to bed. So I'm gonna go and lie down. I'm gonna start ending the lives on one platform at a time, starting with this one because the only chat I see here is people spamming me. So good night to that live. And Jason, I don't know if you're still there, but thank you for being here if you're still here, and thank you for the support, and thank you for the love. I really appreciate you. So good night. Okay, let's see. Oh, there are more viewers than usual over there tonight. Still not that many. All right, so to most other people, the platform starting with Y and other places, see, it still says one viewer, but 2 people are leaving comments, so I don't know how accurate this viewer count is. But anyway, thank you for being here, and I hope to see you next time again, Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday from 9 to 10 New York time for some more original songs and yap music.